Hey everyone, Alex and Rocky here from Zephyr Equity Group. Every single week, we want to provide value on your investment journey so that not only do you work hard for your money, so that your money works hard for you. Rocky, what do we got for our folks today?
Yeah. So, on our previous episode, remember we did like we gave them tips on how to successfully invest in real estate, right? Not just
Right.
investing, but successfully investing. So,
Yeah.
we had a couple of questions out there, and I found out that there are a lot more that they're asking. So, we're gonna go ahead and answer those questions as well. So, the first one is after you see, of course, you understood the market trends and opportunities. Once you see an opportunity, what is the next thing to do?
Well, if you see an opportunity and you are a boots on the ground, right, looking in that market, then go take a look at it. Schedule it with a broker and go take a look. The first thing you have to do is you got to walk the property. The more properties you walk, the more you're going to get to know about what to look for. So reach out to the broker and see what they say. Is it sold? Is it still available? Why is the seller selling? Right? So you want to get as much information about that as possible.
Yes, and underwrite.
And underwrite. You got to underwrite it.
Right?
Yeah. I'm hoping that by the time you see it's an opportunity, you would have done some underwriting, right? At least a
Yeah.
quick one. And verify. Verify. Trust and verify the rents are correct. Hey, the rent roll, the T12s, the expenses, you got to verify it.
Yep, always. All right. And how important is financial education is for real estate investors? I mean, yes, you have invested, you have good cash flow, but what about what do you do with that money, right? How
Yeah.
important is financial education to
Oh
real
God.
estate investors?
Not just to real estate investors, to people in general. I think they should be teaching financial literacy in grade school. Like they should be teaching
Yeah.
kids what to do with their money, right? Why they should the concept of investing should have been taught when we're young, not when we're older, right? It should have been taught when we're younger. See, because when you look at investments, most people know how to make money and they know how to spend money. That concept is pretty easy, right? And the concept of never spend more than you make is pretty easy. But how is it that some people, when they make money, what do they do to invest their money? And then when they get the returns, do they reinvest it or do they buy stupid stuff with it? You know, I was told by Grant Cardone in his conferences that, hey, you're going to buy something stupid, things that don't add any value to your life, right? Things that you just want to show off to people, buy it with your passive income money. Let the investment buy you that stuff. Don't use your earned money to buy that. See, it's like when we buy, let's just say, a Louis Vuitton bag. Okay.
Hmm.
People love the Louis Vuittons. Okay. They love those checker squares. Now,
Yep.
here's the thing. Why do people love Louis Vuitton? You ask them, hey, what's the history of Louis Vuitton? I don't know. What's the history of a Hermes bag? I don't know. Did you know that just for example, the Hermes bag, the reason why it got so popular and why it cost so much is because back in the day, Hermes, the company, made the horse saddles for the kings and queens. See, that's why it got so popular. I like to read up on it. I'm probably a nerd that way. No one's going to buy a purse and read up on why it became so popular, right? So
Right.
most people emotionally buy it because they were sold on the fact that it was cool, but it makes them feel good, right? But it doesn't really make you feel good. Imagine if there was no one else on this earth. Would you still buy that bag? No. Most people are buying that
Probably
bag
not.
for other people to look at, right? Not for you. It's the
It's the same
It's the
bag.
same freaking bag. What do you have in the bag? some people have way more money invested in the bag than the money that they have in the bank account. I promise you that. So yeah,
Agree.
don't let those, don't get caught up in those things. You see? So that's what I would suggest is like you got to figure out how to deal with money and don't have that shiny object syndrome, right? Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not all that shines is gold.
Right. Right. It could be poop. It's even worse than
Yeah.
poop, you know?
Right. And what about your tips in building a team? For because I definitely know that as for multifamily investment, it's all about the
It's
team,
all about
right?
the team.
What's your what are your tips on building a team or joining a
Well, here's
team?
the thing is, can you trust your team? Can you have a relationship with your team? You know, do you see yourself working with that team for about 5 to 10 years? Because chances are that's what's going to happen. If you're joining a core team, ultimately you got to vet each other. Can you literally sit down and have a meal with each other and chat, right? If you can't sit down and have a meal with each other and chat about random things about life and about family, and your core values don't add up, it doesn't matter how good the deal is. The people that you're working with just don't work out.
Right. And another thing is they always say that your network is your net
Yeah,
worth, right? Is that
that is so
true?
true. You know, you got to meet people, the network of people that you know, but just as important is the network of people that knows you, right? We've
Mm.
always said it's not, it's, Cardone taught me this, and a lot of mentors say the same thing. It is not who you know, but who knows you. The more people who knows who you are and what you stand for and what you do, you're going to start attracting the right people in your life because there's going to be people out there who also stand for what you know, what you do, and culturally aligns with you. And that's the key thing.
Absolutely. All right. And just one last question, Alex. What is your advice for people who say that, I want to invest in real estate, but I don't have enough resources? I don't have that 401k. I don't have a good credit. What is your best
Well,
piece
you know
of
what?
advice?
That's where, if you want to do it, creative financing can become a thing. It's one of those things where it's time or money, right? It takes more time to do creative financing. What if you're boots on the ground? Maybe you are in Omaha, Nebraska, all right, in the middle of the USA. And although maybe there's not a lot of money there, but there's a lot of money there because Warren Buffett lived there, right? So, but
Yeah.
say if you're there, but you don't have a lot of money yourself, what can you do? What if you went to sellers and the people who already own apartments and you start knocking on doors and calling them and see if they want to sell? You could be the boots on the ground for the team and you could add a lot of value that way, right? What if you're the one that did broker relations? See, it's not just money. Some people have the money but don't have the skills. Some people have the skills and don't have money. So you just gotta, with your skills, you partner up with other people who have money, and eventually you can make money together. You see, yeah, we just got to get
Yeah.
creative.
All
People
right.
should look up creative financing and owner financing. Right? What is owner financing of a property? That means if the bank doesn't see you with the
Mm.
money to do it, the owner finances the deal, right? And eventually you pay them the interest and they act like a bank, you know? So you got to find the right owner to do that.
Right.
So that's how you would do it without the
Mhm.
resources. You got resources. It's called time. Time and creativity and courage and confidence. That's a resource. Some people have all the
That's the
some
best
people have money,
resource.
but they don't have time. They don't have confidence. They don't have the know-how and they don't have courage to do it. So they sit around with their money all day and not do anything with it.
Right. And effort is always the best
Absolutely.
resource, right? And another thing that I heard from one of the podcasts that we follow is that if you don't really have that good credit, right? people will always, or the banks will always look at the property itself, right? They may not have, they may not give you a loan because of your credit, but if you invest, or if you are planning to invest in really good properties, then the bank can consider that as well. Is that
As long
necessarily true?
as if you have other partners who are backing you as well, right? Of course, the bank gotta pin it on somebody, right? You know, if
Yeah.
in the event it goes down south, what if you have a great property but you operate crappily? Who has in your team
Yeah.
has operated well, who's done something like this, who's got the money, who've done it before? You see, so that's what the bank is going to look at. So without all the resources, if you don't have the best credit, partner up with people with good credit, good experience, good money, and boom, you got a deal.
Mhm. All right. Okay. Well, definitely some valuable information today, Alex. So, again, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. And for our subscribers, please like this video so that we can continue giving you more information and tips and tricks on how you can make your money
Absolutely.
work for you.
Thank you, Rocky.
All
Have a great
right.
day. Bye now.
Thank you. Bye bye.